Hi and welcome, CEOs and administrators. Today's tutorial is directed specifically to your needs, to have a full real-time snapshot of your company and to understand the work log and analyze data. Objective App is the way to go. Here we discuss how you can benefit from Objective App, the power of charts and graphs. To put it mildly, dashboards with charts and graphs are the most vital component of a company in today's day and age. To propel the expansion of your company, it's crucial to grasp and manage all the figures related to your business. This involves pinpointing areas for improvement in your daily operations. So, let's dive into the chart system of Objective App. It's designed to be flexible and is built with a strong mindset. Today, we won't get into the dashboard configurations of how we set up charts based on data. We'll save that for another tutorial. Rather, we will be focusing on already set up charts and graphs and show us the power, how we can make use out of Objective App's data visibility. As Objective App can be customized for various industries, each company has its distinct approach to managing workflow and data. Consequently, we will focus on a specific company. And once we understand the concept of the graphs and charts, we can apply it to every other industry. So let's start. In this company, which we show you over here, they are focusing to manage their call logs, keep track, and have statistics on all the incoming, outgoing, or missed calls. Basically, this company integrated their VoIP system with Objective App and is retrieving all their calls into the system. And based on all the calls, the system generates graphs, live graphs based on the call logs. So, let's explore a little bit of what's going on in this dashboard. We see over here 5 charts. Every chart in this dashboard is unique in its own way. All right, so here we have call logs grouped by date, where we can see here the volume of total calls grouped by month. If you notice, each and every dot represents the total calls of a single month. We can analyze its volatility. First dot represents January. Next one is February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and so on. So while we analyze, we realize that this company was pretty successful in the month of June or July. Well, let's get back to our focus. Now, we want to group the calls by a single day. But since it's so much data over here, a full year of data, that really doesn't make any sense to visualize group by days. We can change the date range. We only want to get calls from the past 30 days. And here you can see how the trend was moving up and down. Notice that on the weekends it's down, and in the middle of the week, call volume is up. If you want to see a chart in an hourly breakdown, it's going to be a bunch of dots. In this case, we need to change date range to one single day. So you can notice in the morning, it was quite busy with calls, and then in the afternoon, it got slowed down. To wrap up, this single chart is extremely useful in many ways and many possibilities. There is one more feature in this chart. You can have filters within the chart itself. So, for example, you don't want to get all the calls of the entire company. You just want to analyze certain types of calls. For example, assigned to me, outgoing call, incoming call. A very useful case would be missed calls. So let's imagine you want to analyze how many missed calls did we have in a certain date range. So let's explore. We want to get calls from the past 7 days. And how many missed calls did we have in an hourly basis? We drill down, and we can have an idea on what's going on with the missed calls and act upon it. Now, let's go to the next chart. The next chart is focused calls grouped by users. How many calls each user was managing. One feature with this chart is the name of the users. Since this is a larger company with many users, the chart will only display just 4 users. But we can dig in to get additional users on display. We get all related users, and same as previous chart, we get all the filters. Also, the date ranges based on today, based on yesterday, or based off last month. It's all rendered in a nice graph broken down by user. Now, let's go on. All the other charts have the same concept. We have a date range, and we have the filters. The only difference is that it's grouped by different fields. For example, time on a call. So here we noticed that this user was talking 185 minutes within this time frame, and we can analyze why they spoke so long. Let's change the date range based on last 30 days, or based on the last 7 days. If you notice the very powerful metrics Objective App provides, how we can analyze data. Now let's go further. This one is grouped by types of calls. For example, we got a lot of incoming calls. Wow, 8,000 incoming calls in this time frame. Okay, let's change it to something that makes more sense. In the past 30 days, we got 344 incoming calls. We got just 27 missed calls, which is pretty normal. This is the power of the charts. We are easily detecting the missed calls. Now the last graph. Here, we analyze the highest callers within the company. Also the same idea. We select a date range, and we get the 5 highest callers of the past 7 days, or 5 highest callers based on today. And here again, we do the filters. Highest callers based on incoming calls. In other words, this phone number was called 6 times today. So we can analyze the situation. All right, we now covered the basic concept of dashboards and charts. However, as mentioned in the beginning, charts are not exclusively for call logs. It can be implemented to any set of data. And eventually, graphs on invoicing, which will be a groundbreaking feature in the near future.